Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Expeditions Viking. In this episode I'm going to be travelling back to Inglewood to drop off the quest, or to, I guess, complete the quest of Ghosts of the Empire. I've just spoken to Bishop Ironbold and satisfied him as far as the cult in Legachester is concerned. And then after that, I could continue on with the Northumbrian quest line, or I was thinking of possibly heading up to Pictavia because I haven't actually gone to that part of the world yet in this playthrough. And I also need to head up to Orkney Jar as well to retrieve Morkant from the island so I can have him back in my herd. And then yeah, I think for this playthrough it'll probably be handing in the quest to Wada, travelling to Pictavia, maybe doing a couple of the minor quests in Perth, and then sailing to Orkney Jar. And then there's a hidden quest that I've never actually completed before that I would like to complete as well. It's related to, I don't know if you remember the town of Reeb in the first act back in Denmark. There was like a fire and a lot of burnt buildings in the south area of the map, and then you go into a trapdoor in a burnt house and you find, I think, a woman and a child that have been stabbed, and the secret quest is related to that. It's not actually something that's in the quest book, and I'm pretty sure that I have at least partially done that quest before. So the actual arsonist of the fire shows up on your island in Orkney Jar, and then you have the opportunity, I guess, to interact with him, and then you've got a bunch of choices that you can make. I think possibly I might have spoken to him before and not selected the option that gives the achievement. So here we want to be going to Inglewood, so it's going to be a campaign map. Alright, let's just double check the homestead progress. So I've still got a week and 22 hours remaining on the stronghold, which is going to take quite a while. That's going to get me up to 80 power, and then I need 20 more points to get up to 100, and that's going to be definitely achieved in this playthrough, because I think there are 5 more upgrades that I can do that increase my power that I haven't done yet. Yes, and that is the stronghold and the thing upgrades, and I can pretty much get there with 3 of those, and then there's also quest rewards that I can use as well. It's just going to take some time. I've got plenty of spare time left over in the game as far as the actual timeline is concerned. I've got a very, very generous amount of time left. As you can see, today it's the 6th of June, the year 789, and then the end of the game is in September. So I've got a full 3 months left, and in the expedition so far, since I arrived in Britannia, which was in April, I've only used up maybe a month and a half or something like that. And actually, that's 3 months, almost a little bit longer than that. Okay, so we're going to go back to Inglewood, which is up here. It's going to take me 19 hours to get there, so I'm going to need to rest along the way. I do need to buy some hides. It's possible that after I complete the quest in Inglewood that I might be able to... What are these? Oh, this is a nice campsite. I might be able to buy some hides off the merchant there. Alright. As far as stronghold upgrade goes, I think I've got maybe another 3 to 4 weeks until the power upgrades are fully done, and I've got plenty of game time left to do that. So I don't know if I've got too much to do here. I can do some repairing, but I don't really want to spend the hides at this stage. I've probably got some equipment that I can reduce down. Definitely get rid of that and that and that. Hide armor, I might hang on to that for now. Get rid of that axe. Yeah, so I've got plenty of salvage. Salvage is good for money. There's another first shield down there. There's also some unique weapons that I can... I think that sling actually... Does that give me hides? No, 10 salvage. Get rid of blood ice as well. So I've got plenty of salvage that I can exchange for other items. Let's go with some preserving for Adis. Hunting witchcraft, that's fine. Guarding Hakala. Still need to get another level on her crafting item skill. And I'm about 20 skill points away from that. I think that's fine. Okay, let's do it. So this is a good chance to have a feast and get everyone drunk, but it increases morale, and I'm not going to be doing any fighting very soon, at least not in the amount of time that it will take for the drunken debuff to wear off on my characters. Oh, 13 wood, that's a nice amount. Ketil, Gunnar, Aslaf. I think in maybe my first or second playthrough I did mix up the characters that I took to different places. Like I took Adis to Skirninge because that's the area that she gave us the location of at the start of the game. And I think I've definitely used Morkant, and there's another character that you can pick up a little bit later in the game. I could have already picked her up by now because she's in Perth, but I haven't picked her up yet. Possibly she's a romance option, I can't remember exactly. Not that I care about those.
Be wary. The sidelines are poor and the ground is thick with concealment. A small group like ours is easy to ambush.
Alright. So I think we are going to be wanting to go to the King's Tent, which is here. And then probably get some skill point rewards. So just having a look at the character. So I've got 230 skill points. So I need 20 more to get the next level 5th upgrade on things. Ethelred's camp seems busier than the last time you visited, and tense anticipation is buzzing in the air like the prickling energy before a thunderstorm. Ethelred's tent is short, a king, but Wider greets you, pleasantly surprised by your arrival. Welcome again. I've been told you met some delays on the way. It is a great relief to see you overcame. We were set up by an old enemy. The shield maiden Rogada has followed us to these shores. An enemy who will haunt you this far from home will certainly not give up so easily. She's bound to trouble you again. How did your mission go? The bishop had a mission of his own for us, but in return he's promised his support to Ethelred. Yes, I may have heard a little something about that as well. A strange cult in the ruins of Deva Victress, was it? Very mysterious. Reports say a contingent was followed travelling far north through Pictland. I don't suppose you care to explain. I knew a place there where they wouldn't bother anyone. They went at my suggestion. I wouldn't have expected them to go along with such a solution. You seem to be full of surprises. Our preparations are almost at an end now that the last piece has fallen into place to ensure a straightforward transfer of power. The path to the throne is clear. Unfortunately, our not so good King Osred has not been sitting on his hands either. He seeks allies in the south. From Mercia? Precisely, you are well informed. What we need is not just to foil Osred's plans, but to turn them against him, interrupt his negotiations with Mercia, and slay the emissaries. You want Mercia to think Osred did it, but that means you can't send your own people. You need us. I'm beginning to realise we have all been underestimating you. You understand as well. My own lands have just as much intrigue and plotting as yours, if not more. So you'll do it? I prefer to follow my own whim, and my herd thrives best under no one else's command but mine. However, for the time being, our interests align. And that, I think Aslife might be the only cooperative follower that lost morale from that. And I hope you'll think of these assignments as favours that will be repaid, not as commands that are to be followed without question. We know that the final meeting between the emissaries of Osred and Offa of Mercia will be held soon, but its location is being kept secret. We hope that you can acquire this information yourself. My resources are stretched beyond their limits. Our Scoutmaster has been tracking one of Osred's most trusted vassals, Tondwin, for several weeks. She believes he may have the information you need. Of course, he will not part with it voluntarily, but you have shown yourself to possess the necessary skills. Talk to Tara, she'll know where you may find him. I'll seek her out when I have time, so basically, I've got to do, I think, one more quest, and then I think the transfer of power, or at least the sequence that starts off the transfer of power in Northumbria occurs. So I can leave this here for now, and then I can go north to Batavia, which is, I think, what I'm going to do. And there's an upcoming battle which I would really like to have 250 skill points for. So I don't know, I'm not allowed to... No, she's not letting me interact with her yet. And the Scoutmaster. So I have a feeling that the Scoutmaster might be this character. I'm going to leave this for now, however. Did we end up getting skill points from that assignment? Yes, so I think I ended up getting 10 for that, which is pretty good. So now I'm up to 240, just need 10 more. So that's essentially 2 quests away from being where I want to be. And I'm pretty sure that if I just follow the main quest line here, I'll have what I need. But I would like to go to Perth. So I think I'll do that. Go up here, do this little campsite fight. Alright, what do we got? Standard group of 5. And again, campsites haven't been quite as long range as they... Oh, this one, the layout's a little bit different, I guess. Alright, so... I'm going to move up to here. And I'm going to sit tight for now. Ketil, everyone there is behind cover. He can't move anyway. That was Aslife moving up. Here. Nefia. Go with the demoralize. And Ketil, I might step out and take a shot on this healer. There is an archer really far back there. Actually, it doesn't do that much damage. It might actually... I can't do a quick shot anyway, I don't think, because I've moved. So I'm just going to shoot the civilian, or, well, the healer. I'm pretty sure that's what she is, and I'll stay there. Get Gunnar to move. We'll do Tyr's Favor for extra damage resistance, and then move up here. And then Roskva might actually be able to get a kill on this girl. I'm going to inspire Ketil to have another shot. May as well go for the kill, I suppose. And then Aslife still got a turn. Just going to use Ready. defensive moves by that guy, and then got a couple of characters coming forward. And no hit. Alright. This guy does a lot of damage, so we've got to be careful about him. Should be pretty simple, just to kill him with 2 hits. No worries, and then nice rock throw hit. Oh, critical. Nice. I've already used Ross for this turn. I'm going to run as life over here. Try and get in melee range of that Huntress in the next turn. And then Nefya. I can do an extend. I'm going to do a demoralize, I think. I was actually considering doing a taunt. I might do that on the Huntress. Get her to come a bit closer. Or him. Is that a him or a her? Can't tell from here. Anyway. Oh, fire arrow. Luckily that was a miss. So when characters get hit by fire, I'm pretty sure if you don't put the fire out, they can sustain burn injuries to their body parts. Alright. So we kind of have to engage this guy. I'm just going to charge him. He's ready. We can do a shield hook, I suppose. This is still probably... I do remember in a lot of the build discussion in this game, people are saying that axe is better early and sword is better later, but I'm still finding the shield hook is just such a good ability. Yeah, I'll come in and hit this guy, I guess. I think those comments might be more relevant for lower difficulties, possibly. I think one of the biggest differences in the late game is the armor-piercing feat, which Aslife has, and I made sure that my main character has it, because I did a Dane axe-wielding character a couple of years ago that didn't have that feat, because his perception wasn't high enough, and then I was basically just using Inspire every single round and using buffs and debuffs because he just couldn't get through to do damage to people. Still, the damage output on my PC is not the best. Gunnar and Aslife's and Gunnar and Nefya's damage is generally higher for some reason. It could also be the weapon I'm using. Ketil. Yep, there we go. Just move in melee range there. Just gonna go interrupt, I think. Heavy swing and 1 click. And a left click from Gunnar should be enough. I have a lonely cat. Okay, camping, don't really need to do anything fancy here. Preserving, ration count is still looking pretty good. Got plenty of medicine, more than I'll ever need. I can probably use that as a commodity at some point as well. Still probably not worth crafting anything with the low amount of hides that I've got. I definitely need to buy some. So I think I'll just go with the default here. So the cat has, so they've named the cat Biggle, and the cat has stopped a mouse. So I'm not losing any more rations to rodents with the cat around. Ooh, picked up 2 pattern welded spears. Can just turn them into salvage. Interesting item finds there. And a day and 4 hours travel to Perth. Probably going to have to... Here we go. The day is hot and humid, and though they don't complain, your followers are beginning to show clear signs of discomfort. You find a spot in the shade of an old oak to call for a rest, and your people sink onto the damp grass with sighs of relief. You sit in silence for some time and listen to the quiet buzzing of insects. On the other side of the tree, Nephew lets out a mumbled curse, and a wasp circles ahead. The rogue swings ineffectually against the irritating insect, but it just seems to aggravate the creature. Finally, the wasp seems to buzz off. Nephew looks rather pleased with herself for a moment, but then her face contorts into a sharp expression of pain. The rogue flies up out of the grass, cursing with great vigour and creativity. It stung my back. Shit, it hurts. So unfortunately that's a negative event in which Nephew needs to be healed in camping. So hopefully there'll be another... Oh, there's a forest campsite there. It's just a light chest infection. Okay, we'll do this next campsite fight. Alright, what do we got here? And just another 5 enemies. This time it looks like we've got, for the first time, Pictish names. So you can see the Caitlin, Ingen, Kian, Makdara. So I think it means, generally Ingen, I think, is daughter. And Cathal is son, maybe. Maybe that's what that means. Son of daughter. Alright. Ketil, move out here. Oh yeah, we've got a nice shot on the archer. Go for that one. As life. So he doesn't have any buffs or debuffs. I probably could level him up to have something like that. I think that would be useful in the future. That guy does a lot of damage. It's basically a similar rollout to before. It's just the archer and the shield user that I've got to be wary of. I'm going to inspire Ketil to take the archer out.
Couple more hits like that, and I've earned a runestone.
Nice. Alright, we should be pretty right to just go forward now. I'm going to get Nephew to come over here. And Roskva. Team's favour. Nephew's still got to move. I might actually go Torn. We'll bring this guy forward. Nice, that worked out quite well. And as life. Just go with ready, I guess. Okay, the shield user's coming forward. It looks like he was trying to circle around to engage Ketil. I'm not going to let him get away with that. This is an easy one. again, shield hook's probably the way to go. Get that shield out of the way, and then I'll just maybe quick shot him down. 83 is good enough. Then a simple left click from Anders should sort him out. Then as life, he's got a charge that he can do. Probably come in and get this character. Go Ross for the finisher. Step into melee range here. And then probably can just two-hit this guy. Cool, no worries. Now I've just got to heal Nephew's wound at the campsite. It's some preserving that needs to be done there, and Roskar usually does witchcraft. We just heal that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You stand on a plane, a grayness that extends to the end of vision. You are tired. Sleep fills you like a shadow slipping into space that your body occupies, supplanting you until you're more tired than you're alive. Oh, okay, so this is a dream sequence. There's actually some combat involved here. I remember having a lot of trouble with one of the fights a few years ago, but the last time I did it, I think I aced it. A man steps out of the greyness. I don't know if it's this one, but I think it is. A shapeless figure dithering into existence. You can't see his face, but you remember him. Welcome into Elima. More figures appear now, rising out of the ground. They float lazily, aimlessly away from you. Heads hung low, feet dragging heavily. The wanderer turns his back on you and begins to walk. Erlinger. I killed these guys. So this is like Valhalla, I guess, or Ragnarok. So these characters I killed at the start of the game. So this sequence is like, and then Ingmar Broadsoul, I also murdered him as well. This reminds me of Baldur's Gate 2, the dream sequences in that game. You make a choice and then you make another with your nose up against the strings. You cannot see a pattern, something or other. One day you'll take a seat here. I didn't exactly see what he said. I've not brought you here. Such a thing is not my purview. Your fear has brought you here. You will fill this place with the ghosts of innocence. That is the price you will pay to be remembered. I think I understand. Oh, okay, so it must be the next sequence that's the fight that I've got to do. You blink once, twice. You're sitting up in your tent, heart beating like the wings of a frightened bird. Sweat drips from your brows onto your chest. The bleak landscape from your dream slowly fades from sight, and you finally manage to convince yourself that you're back in your tent. On the other side of the thin canvas, nothing moves except the wind. It takes some time before you're able to drift back to sleep. Alright, Nephew's healthy again. I wonder if it's going to be the next time that I rest that occurs, or whether it's going to be a bit later on. So 13 hours to Perth. You and your herd are making your way through the mountain pass lined with dense foliage. It's the sort of gnarly shrubbery and rugged conifers that stubborn enough to live in the mountains. A strong feeling of unease creeps up on you. You stop for a moment to scan the path ahead, but nothing but the wind. That's not very good writing. Seems to move. It should just be nothing but the wind seems to move the foliage. A strong feeling, yeah, I've already read that. You only make it another 10 or so fathoms down the road before warriors explode on you explode out of the undergrowth around you, brandishing spears and swords. You find yourself surrounded. I've never actually fought these guys before, I don't think. Is it even possible to fight them? I'm not sure. There are 9 of them. You immediately identify their leader, a short, dark-haired woman with compact physique and the shadow of a crow painted across her face. Well, what a surprise. More guests from across the seas. What are you called, friend? You can attack them. My name is Anders. What's your name? Grain. Or Gran. And where do you think you're going then? We're heading towards Perth to meet the King of the Picts. Just a fancy chat, right? All friendly and such. What did you mean when you said more guests? We've had some bother with your kind recently. People dressed up just like you and armed just like you. They like to row their big ships up to small villages and churches, kill indiscriminately and take what they want. I'm on a diplomatic mission. I seek an alliance with the king. Huh. Well, seeing as how you people have been behaving around here, I doubt you'll have much luck, but we'll escort you to Perth if you want to go there. And then a little bit of banter from the party members. Leave us little choice, lead the way. I've never actually taken the fight against them before. I'm not sure what the outcome of that would be. Probably a loss of reputation with Pictavia, which I don't really think I need because I want to be buying some stuff from the merchants. The hall of the Pictish king is heavy with the smell of fried meats. The air inside is hot and still, but in a cozy way that avoids being stifling. The throne is Spartan and unassuming, no more than a sturdy chair draped with seal skins. Its occupant stands up to get a better look at you when you enter the room. Corstentin. What have you brought me now, Grain? Have you taken to drag defeated Vikings into my hall like a cat bringing me a dead mouse? I haven't fought this lot at all. In fact, they've been uncommonly friendly so far. So I wonder if you lose the fight against them, they take you here anyway. And then if you win, maybe they... I'm not exactly sure what happens in that instance. I imagine Grain probably doesn't die. So we have guests then. Forgive my insolence, Vikings. I'm Corstentin MacFergusa, King of Pictavia. I'm Anders Thane of Skern and Jarl of Orkneyjar. I've heard of you. The news of Orkney's changing rulership caused quite a stir in my hall. I'm mustering an army there. Is that a threat? Do you hope to menace me into submission? Think of it as an offer. I'm hoping to be your ally. I mean no offense, but I have no reason to trust you, and with Connell MacTague snapping at my heels, I have enough on my hands right now as it is. You're welcome to stay in Perth for as long as you wish and trade with our merchants. Grain, my dear, will you please show our guests out? So I've got one part of the quest Lady Favors that I need to do, which is the quest that I was given by Kyra in Ethelwick. I need to reclaim something from the bear who is in Pictavia. So I might do that one, and then maybe I'll do some trading, and then I might stop the video after that. Of course, well, there you have it. Being as how the kingdom is under threat from raiders along the coast, and that shrivel-pricked Connell MacTague is biting at our heels. Corstentin mentioned Connell MacTague as well. Who is he? Just one of many blokes who want to be king instead of the king. I don't really like how that line was written. Blokes is probably not the right word to use. Only this one has an army somehow. Know what I think? I think those Northumbrians are funding it. Anyway, don't worry yourself about it. As soon as Connell finally gathers the courage to attack, I'll kill him myself. You can ask about her face tattoo. I'm not going to bother about that. I wish I knew how to say this. Binak Leb. With a spring in her step, the warrior woman sets off down the path towards the bottom of the hill where her warriors are waiting for her. That went about as well as expected. Don't suppose we should wait for a reply to show up and invite us to talk to this Connell in a forest camp somewhere? Which I think is making a joke about water. The hair on the back of your neck stands up slightly. You look around checking if anyone's watching you, but you see nothing. Obviously, on the action screen, you can see a character there. I have a good feeling about this Constantine, to be honest. He seems like he'd be a worthy ally, unlike Osrid. We need to prove to him somehow that we're worthy of his trust. Well, that should be straightforward, right? We'll find this Connell person, capture him, and bring him back here. Or we could just kill him, but didn't Grain say he had an army? We need to catch him on the move by surprise. That might work. We can find out where he is and where he's going next. A young woman steps out behind a wide tree trunk. Out from behind a wide tree trunk. Again, some issues with the dialogue. She's holding a spear in one hand and a hunting bow in the other.
I may be able to help with that.
I may be able to help with that. That one was actually voiced. And you are? My name is Ife. I've been watching you since you arrived in Perth. Who are you, Ife? My father is Niall MacBrennan, King of Kate and descendant of Kate Macruth. I'm a huntress in service to Grain. Kate is a kingdom, sub-kingdom of Pictavia, large territory spanning the northernmost part of the Isle. My father is loyal to Constantine. You believe you have something to offer us? You want to kill Cornel MacTague? That's the plan. I know a girl here who has relations with Cornel's master of arms, Caterham. She'll know where Caterham is. If you find Caterham, you'll find Cornel. Will you take us to this girl? Aye, but I want to come with you to fight Cornel. Okay. Alright, so now we've got Ife. I don't think... Has she actually been added to my party yet? No, she's not. Not quite yet. So I think she joins the party. Where are we going? We might be going to speak to someone. Follow where she's going. I do need to speak to this guy. I think he's the dock master. So I can actually sail here instead of needing to travel here by foot. Suthen Ingen Hagen. That's her. Maybe don't tell her your plan to kill Cornwall. See if you can trick her into giving up Caitlyn's whereabouts. Hello, are you looking to buy some pots? Are you Suthen? Connell MacTague sent me to find Caterham with an important message. Oh, but I thought Caterham was already with Connell. Really? Wait, where did Caterham think he was meeting Connell? I don't understand. Caterham never showed up. Did he tell you where he was going? I think so. He said Connell and the men would be camped at a farmstead on the eastern shore of Loch Lomond, the big lake southwest of here. They were going to head east out of the Highlands to meet with some of those Norsemen. Wait, are you the ones he was going to meet? You've been a great help. We'll ride out at once. With any luck, we'll catch him before it's too late. Do you think something bad happened to Caterham? With any luck, it's just a simple misunderstanding. If you find Connell and my Caterham in trouble, will you please help him? Will you please make sure he's safe? I'll do my best. Alright, so this is like the equivalent of what I just did, basically. In Ethelwick, I've got to go and do a bit of a main quest to gain the trust of the King of Pictavia. I think this is where I buy permission to dock here. What is your normal fee to use the pier? I think he's raised the price a little bit, but I do know the price is high for unrestricted access. Hey, here we go. I come straight from Constantine's Hall. We've agreed to work for your king for the time being. We need the Jotunheim to serve him best. The king has hired you? I guess I see the reason in that. 2,000 valuables is nothing. That's fine. I think I get a bit of prosperity from that. Yes. So now my prosperity score is 29, which is still not good, but you know. Okay, so I need to look for Kyrie's bear. There's also, I need to talk to the local druid, I guess, or whatever it is, for Nephew's sister's quest, the Hellsot curse. Ask about the Hellsot in Perth. Could this be the bear? No. A big woman with plump red cheeks is sitting with her legs pliantly crossed, gorging herself on berries. Kia Maratha Sip. I think that's how you say that, maybe. You look like the travelling sort. The stock must be good. If you had a hard time trying to keep your hands off it, try one. A lot of salt in the preserved food. Pretty good. Alright, so this is a trader, and she has hides, which we're going to buy. We can trade herbs, valuables, rations, or meat. Doesn't have very good prices. It's 1,400 valuables for 11 hides, which is not a good price, but I do need the hides. Now I've still got 23,000 valuables. I've also got a bunch of looting that I need to do, or that I should do. I'm not going to do all of this now. Usually when I go to a new area, I spend 10 minutes going around clearing out the containers of everything that's in them. I don't think I'll do that today. I just kind of want to, I might do it in the next video. Could it be this guy? A burly man stands in front of a small farmhouse with mulch up to his elbows. Here we go. Do you know a woman named Kyrie? I know her. I'm told you have something that belongs to her. You're what, my replacement? You're fucking her? Not yet, working on it though. The man's face turns red as beet, and he lunges forward with a little warning. Alright, so we've got a little bit of combat here. I'm not going to kill these people. I'm just going to... So that's the guy. He's an unarmed brawler, so he's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. And IK's helping us. Okay, this should be pretty easy. Okay, the archer's down. Then it's just... There's two, that guy and that guy, and one's to worry about. Harried. Great. And it's just move one tile away. Go in with a charge from Azalife. Damage off with that rock. A little bit anyway. Nefya. Ketil's still got some shots. I'm just going to do the quick shot. And then I guess I can do a charge here. One left. Lachlan McKellag. Oh, ow, you hurt me. Couple left clicks. I wonder if he'll get back up now, or whether I just pick it up off him. No, so... Even though you can do combat where you don't kill them, it's still they haven't put in the reactivity, or didn't have time to put in the reactivity for it. Alright, so I've got that final item. Now I can go back to Kyrie and get the quest reward for that quest, Lady Favors. And I want to do the Hellsong Curse as well. I think I have to sail out to an island or something like that. Ferryman. Yeah, I need to go see the Ferryman. Let's go. Oh, wait. He's taking me across and I've gone the wrong way. I'm going to go this way. Small hut is precariously constructed on a platform of half-rotted planks above the water. First, local wise woman is leaning against the door, chewing on some sort of root and watching a group approach with a calm interest. I've heard of you, Northman. You look like trouble. I take it you're the witch. You can call me that if you want, and I'll not take it as an insult when it comes from you. My name is Bullock, I think, and I'm selling herbs. I sell herbs and help the local moonfolk with their problems. Why would it be an insult to call you a witch if that's what you do? Some of my local townsfolk see my practices being something in conflict with their faith. They think I wield magic on loan from the devil. I think this is the one I need to talk to. I'm not 100% sure. Between you and me, if the devil lent me his powers, I doubt I'd use them to cure farm wives of their monthly plans. I'd like to take a look at your goods. She's also selling hides, similarly to the other trader. And then this dialogue option wasn't available initially. We need your advice about a disease. At last, someone who asked about a bloody disease. I don't mean to be insensitive, but I'm just about fed up with curses and evil spirits. I've heard of a similar ailment. I believe it's caused by the bite of some tiny forest creature. The Mac Bear clan has been greatly troubled by it, and they know how to treat it, but I'm afraid that's the trouble, my friend. Beric is the greatest of Constantine's opponents. He alone, among all the clan leaders, has resisted the alliance, and his clan attacks all who intrude upon their home. Perhaps he'll listen to me if I'm not a Pict after all. He hates foreigners even more. If you insist on seeking the cure there, you can find the Mac Bear clan in the southeast of Perth. Be sure to come prepared for a fight. Okay, so I've got to go and see this particular clan about the cure for Nephew's sister. I think it's a Gura. Her ailment. What I might do, I'm going to sail to Orkney Jar, pick up Morkent, and then I might save the game. So I've got 3 days, 11 hours left on that upgrade. I've got some skill points to assign. I might do that once I've sailed. Where's my ship is supposed to be here, but it's not. I guess I have to leave the area and come back, possibly. Maybe if I try going into the King's Hut and back out, it will refresh it so that Jotunheim is actually at the port. Or maybe I actually have to leave Perth and come back. I don't remember encountering this issue before. Alright. Yes, that worked. Alright, let's go. 1 day, 9 hours to Orkney Jar. Okay. We've seen a boat. We are going to take the cargo, claim 4 cloth and 12 rations, and torch the boat. Just a chance for some shift of morale. So honourable and superstitious, honourable and skeptical lost morale on that one. So obviously that affected Nefia the most. I think she is skeptical. She's not honourable though. Well, maybe she is. Maybe she is honourable. She's aggressive, cunning. Maybe she's not
This
cunning.
place is really shaping up. I'm starting to believe we can actually muster an army
Honourable and
large enough to
skeptical.
conquer a
Okay.
kingdom.
So I need to do some dialogue options that get her morale up a little bit higher, because I think I've been selecting things that piss her off a little bit recently. Alright. Just going to talk to the traders. Ah, here we go. So this is the guy. Have you met that new guy? Came in from Reeve last week. That's near your home, right? Haven't met him. Why do you ask? Well, he's a bit of a weird one. You may want to check on him. So that guy that I was talking about earlier is here. I don't need any of that stuff. Thank you. A new stall because I've increased my power. Your Highness Lafford Jarlanders, we are blessed to be graced with your presence. A string of mashed up honorifics is so eccentric that it takes you a moment to pass. The merchant's head remains bowed. You have me at a disadvantage. My name is Edgar. These are my brothers. We are humble merchants from Kyadoon, I think. It is a burr not far from Efwick. Very centrally placed, etc. What is what you hear? Well, we heard you're on good terms with the Bishop of Efwick and that you're establishing a foothold up here on Orkney, so we saw it as an opportunity. Okay, so he's got salvage and valuables, which I don't need. Okay, thank you. So the guy from Reeve is here. I need to retrieve Morkett. Wherever Morkett is. So here's the traders. Cuthrads, they're the guys that they're from Leicester, the carpenters, etc. And then Morkett, he's rejoined. So I think I just had to walk over there to trigger that. Valerius is over here. Gearman Bearleg. I'm going to talk to this guy. You haven't seen this man around before, but the weird man, he must be the weird man Karunga mentioned. There's something obviously disconcerting about his manner, weird smell about his person, odd irregularity about his movements. Oh, great Jarl Anders, an honour to meet you, very much so. Who are you? They call me Gearman Bearleg. For what it's worth, I'm a carpenter, just a carpenter, nothing more, nothing fancy. We can use a good carpenter here, make yourself useful and you're welcome to stay. It might be a different guy. And here's Valerius. My only friend, what a splendid place you've given us. At last our cult may thrive. And then he gives me the 23 hides for the reward. Alright, great. I wonder if that's the guy that I'm thinking of. Egil? I haven't spoken to Egil before, I don't think. I'm going to save the game. That's Ingmar. An unfamiliar warrior has been watching the approach of Jotunheim from atop the cliffs. Now he runs down to meet you, bowing his head. He's somewhere in his 20s, dressed in well-worn armour, with a ghastly scar along the jaw where his spear once sliced it open. Jarl Anders, it's an honour to meet you. Word of your deeds has travelled far. My name is Egil. If we hadn't met before, I surely remembered it. Have you ever been to Skjern? I have, but I'm sure we haven't met. I made camp in the Skjern forest on my way north to join the crew of the ship that brought me here. I think I met your brother, in fact. I told him that you were dead. Why would you tell him that? Your brother was there to look for you. I found a dead man under the snow with a sword that he thought was yours. You must have found Thorgator. I bought his sword because my own was old and worn and he was in need of silver. It was a very good deal for me, but it sounds like my old sword didn't serve him well in the end. You should probably go home and find him then, let him know you're not dead. I will first, but there is something I must share with you. I came here on the longship Gragas with a crew from Vestfold. We spent most of the last summer raiding the coast of Celtic peoples to the west. On the way back to Orkneyjar, our luck finally ran out. We were ambushed by a group of pigs while camped out in a cove, and Gragas was burned. We did manage to drive back the attackers, but without a ship we were forced to make our way across Pickland on foot, and we had far more treasure than we could carry. After a few days we found a cave down the coast, and we carried all the spoils of our raids deep into it. Thane and his bannermen stayed inside the cave for a few more days to set traps while the rest of us rested outside, and we made our way back there. And then he doesn't trust the rest of his crew to get the treasure, so basically this is a treasure hunt quest. I'll give him 2,000 valuables, that's fine. And then he's given me the location. I'm not going to bother. Thank you. And again, I think I lost morale with Nefia because I wasn't aggressive. She's gone down to 5, so I need to do something else. I think I'm going to save the game here. So I'm going to stop the video. So save the game, Ingmar, and then I'll continue later. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you look forward to the next video.